adventure. Shake everybody's hand. Let their stories quench your thirst. Grab the great unknown. Lean into every breeze. Unturn every stone from Jersey to OC. Blow out your back window. Have yourself a time. Run down that highway. But keep my scent in mind. 'Cause when the air turns cold and it gets old, just come on home to me. No, I don't need to go. I've already been. This is why I know you'll be back again. 'Cause everywhere you go, mornings fade to eves. Sunsets make rainbows from Jersey to OC. Blow out your back window. Have yourself a time. Run down that highway. But keep my scent in mind. 'Cause when the air turns cold and it gets old, just come on home to me. And no, I don't think I know everything. So much more living to do. But I know from all of my traveling, I want you. I want you. You. Blow out your back window. Have yourself a time. Run down that highway. But keep my scent in mind. Blow out your back window. Have yourself a time. Run down that highway. And come on home. From Jersey to OC to me. From Jersey to OC to me. From Jersey to OC to me.
You've just been listening to Sam Shaber, who's my guest today on Fiddles and Frets. Hey, Sam.
Hi.
How you doing?
My name is a tongue twister. It's a problem.
I was going to ask you just for a start. You live in L.A. now, right?
Yeah.
I could tell with your hair.
I know, right? It turned
Your
pink
orange
as
hair.
soon as I crossed the border.
But you've lived, in New York City?
Yeah,
Or
I'm New York City born and bred.
Oh, are
so
you?
As far as my friends are concerned, in New York, I've crossed over to the dark side, moving to LA, but I'm having a great time. So.
And you've been playing for how long?
I've been touring for almost 10 years. So, and playing, a few years before that. So.
Now, and your style has changed a little bit, do you think, over the years?
I think so. I mean, I'm probably the worst person to judge, actually, but when I started playing out, I was really into folk music and, Patty Larkin and John Gorka and Joni Mitchell. And nowadays I'm listening to Green Day and Cold War Kids and Amy Winehouse and, Weezer and stuff. So I would think my style has changed along with my influences, probably.
And you have a band, too, at times?
I do. They're called Sam Shaber and the Bones, and they're all really tall and skinny, which I didn't even know when I hired them. And but they're only in L.A. I can't bring them with me yet, but someday I'll bring the Bones along. So.
Now, your parents, though, were creative, too, it looks like. Your father
Yeah.
was, a playwright?
My dad was a screenwriter, and he died in 99. He hated LA, so he would not like the fact that I'm out there. And my mom does portraits and pastels and stuff, so yeah. Pretty artistic, I
That's
suppose.
cool.
They seem
Yeah.
pretty normal, though. They don't seem, they're not running around with flowers in their hair or anything like that. But I think it did instill sort of a belief in what's possible in me. It's different when you're the child of a banker or,
Right.
someone who did sort of the straight and narrow. And they were definitely supportive of me doing this, and especially once I got health insurance. Then
There
they
you
were
go.
really supportive.
Well, I'll tell you what, let's hear another song here.
Okay. I'm going to do the title track off my latest CD, which is actually also where the Bones got their name. This is a little song called In My Bones. It's also the name of the album. So. was alone on a desert island, I wouldn't be alone. I'd take a stone to the sandy island and write this down. I'm never alone, 'cause you're in my bones. If I was alone on a crowded Monday subway, rushing down the track, I'd hold my own, and softly I'd say this little fact: I'm never alone, 'cause you're in my bones. And I travel far enough to feel my freedom, but gone for so long is tough, month after month, and then some. Yeah, 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 yeah. Now I'm alone, high above Seattle, beneath the clouds. No one, no phone, just the city's rattle, singing out loud. But out beyond the bay, I see sunlight reaching down. I see sunlight along the way. I'm never alone. No, I'm never alone. No, I'm never alone, 'cause you're in my bones.
If you've just joined us, that was Sam Shaber of LA, but we're in New Jersey at the Apple Farm Festival. Sam, I have, I buy like guitar books and songwriter books, and I look at them and then they go in the bookcase.
Yeah.
But I like to pull them out every once in a while. So about a week ago, I pulled this songwriter thing out, and I'm looking through it, and there you are.
Really?
Yeah, it's about different songwriters.
Yes.
You were a little younger then. You had short brown hair.
I forgot about that. That's true. Yeah, it's called Songwriting in the Guitar.
That's it.
And I'm in there with some very prestigious people.
You are.
I did an article for them on, I've done a lot of writing, and I did an article on lyrics, writing lyrics, and had no idea really what it was. The group that did it is the same company that does Acoustic Guitar Magazine, and so I'd written a few articles for the magazine, and then they were doing this book, and I thought they wanted me to go around and interview big artists and find out how they wrote lyrics, but they said, no, we just want you to tell us your experience in writing lyrics, and so I did, and then this book comes out, and it's Joni Mitchell and Paul Simon and James Taylor and me.
And you.
I was like, wow.
I was impressed.
I was impressed. I don't know how I got in there, but that was great.
Gene Shea, who has a show on WXPN in Philadelphia, and I understand is the dean of folk DJs in the country, was just in this room about 10 minutes ago, by the way. Said of you, if I can find, here it is. Shaber is stark, raving, great.
Yeah. Gene is very kind to me.
Well, he's right. And you've won a number of awards over the time. John Lennon's songwriters. Billboard? What was that?
It's just another songwriting competition. Yeah, there's a whole bunch of them out there. USA is another one.
USA Songwriting, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you ever been at Kerrville? Have you ever?
I have not been to Kerrville, and I'm not sure why. I just haven't.
You got to send your tape in.
I know. I should. I think 3 weeks in the hot Texas sun somehow is intimidating to me, but I'm going to get over it.
If you get in the songwriter contest, you don't need to be there the whole week. You don't need to be there the whole time.
I mean, people worship that festival, so yeah. I need to get around to it. But I guess part of me is worried, like I said, because I'm not really that folky anymore. That
But you know what?
Maybe I don't fit. I don't know.
Well, a rock band or not, just listen to your songs. I mean, you're still a singer-songwriter in that vein.
Yeah, I mean, I write everything on guitar, and so anything that can be played solo with a guitar, that's a song. You can play it acoustic, electric, however you want. I mean, I saw Prince a couple of years ago, and he did a 45-minute set in the middle of the whole concert with just him and an acoustic guitar, and he played Little Red Corvette and Raspberry Beret, and I mean, all these songs that I wouldn't even begin to figure out the chords to them, let alone think about doing them on an acoustic guitar. So. Wow. Yeah.
CDs, you have
Yes.
How many?
4.5.
4.5.
I have no direct answers to anything.
You have like an EP?
I have an EP that came out in 2000 that's called Sampler. I'm very amused with myself. You need to know that.
When I said that before, then I wasn't far off.
No, you were pretty good. It even has a little asterisk in between the Sam and the plur. That's not in print anymore, but it's on iTunes. And then I have 4 full-length albums that are out.
And where can people get your music?
The internet is the best. Well, gigs actually are the best place. I tour all over the country, so you can go to samshaber.com and check out the tour dates. But you can order everything on iTunes, CD Baby, Amazon. If you go to samshaber.com, it'll send you where you need to go.
Okay, and I know on your MySpace you can hear some of your music.
Yes, in fact, I have 3 songs, including the first song I just did. And the second song, in fact, that I just did. I've done them up all completely with the band, and it's actually the beginning of my next album. So those songs are on my live CD, but they're going to be full band production on the next album. And so just as a little precursor to that, I put them up on the MySpace page for people to listen to, and they can't download it just to annoy everyone, but you can listen to it, and you can post it and stuff like that.
Okay, I'm going to have you do another song, and when we come back, then you have this thing called a request nights and stuff. I want to talk about that.
Okay, great. I keep changing my mind about which one I'm going to do. I think I'm going to do this one, and this is on the live album, and will probably be on the next album as well. And this is for those folks out there that treat romance like a friend of mine named Shannon Curtis. She has a great way of explaining it. They treat romance like a catch and release program, and it drives the rest of us crazy. Shannon's a songwriter as well, and I heard her say that on stage one night, and I was like, that's it, that's what my song is about. So this is called Maybe, and then in parentheses, it's my first song with a parenthetical statement in the title. Parentheses is Make Up Your Mind. There is no way I will get you unless you ring my bell. There is no way I will know you unless you show and tell. Lay it out, all you got, and let's get on with it. Just make up your mind. This is so unkind, this big maybe. Why can't you find what you're looking for? Oh, stop wasting my time on this dotted line. This big maybe you will find what you're looking for in me. When you kissed me at the station, I felt it closed the deal. When you kissed me, a sensation I felt was burning real. Weren't you there? I'm not nuts, so let's get on with it. Just make up your mind. This is so unkind, this big maybe. Why can't you find what you're looking for? Oh, oh, stop wasting my time on this dotted line. This big maybe you will find what you're looking for. In me, it's so simple. I've been caught, so just reel me in. Don't leave me torn and scarred in the holding bin. It's so simple. Just make up your mind. This is so unkind, this big. Maybe you will find what you're looking for. Oh, oh, stop wasting my time on this dotted line. This big, maybe you will find what you're looking for. In me, it's in me. It's in me. Maybe.
If you just fell into the program here, that's Sam Shaber performing live here at the Apple Farm Festival. Well, you're performing for me in this room, but we're here at the Apple Farm Festival. But you did play earlier today.
I did, yeah.
You have this thing called a request. That's pretty cool. Explain that.
Well, basically, I feel like, I love to go see people play, but I always want to hear these off the beaten path songs of theirs, and of course they never play them because, they're going to play the hits. And so I sort of thought I'd carry that into my own shows. So I sort of, some shows I truly state as all request shows, but really it's an open policy that as long as people email me in advance, just info@samshaber.com, they can send in their requests. And so the new album I just did is live, and I thought I would kind of take that another step further. So I did the entire show as a request show. So the entire album, essentially, I threw in a couple of my own, but the entire album is requests from fans who had been emailing me for a few weeks before the date that we were recording, and they got to make their own album, so it was pretty cool.
Well, that takes a little courage. I mean, I can just imagine you getting a request.
I know. Well, I have veto power. I have to admit that. So, like, some of them were requesting songs that actually had already been out on an album, solo acoustic. And I thought, well, that's just, redundant. So, but what had come to happen was that I also invite people to tape all my shows. Live tapers are welcome, and bootlegs and whatever. And so, a lot of my newest songs that weren't on old CDs, people knew really well at that point. So they actually requested a lot of songs that I never thought they would. So it was really fun for me, and they requested one older song that was a total surprise that I didn't realize people were. Turns out it's this kind of sad song about my dad dying, and it's actually a big favorite, but I was rarely ever playing it because I thought, oh, it's a downer, nobody wants to hear it, It turns out everybody wanted to hear it, so that's the only song I actually repeated from the previous albums, and the rest of them are new, so it was great.
Cool.
Yeah.
Do you ever play out of the country?
I've toured in the UK twice, but it was a while ago, and it was sort of half vacation, half tour. And I just sort of decided that it's a tough thing to do when you're on this scale, because if you're really doing it right, you're paying a lot of advanced taxes and custom fees and so on. And every CD you bring into the country, you pay a fee on and so on. So, in fact, I just saw a band in LA the other night that are from England that were wonderful. They're called Apartment, and they were great. And they had no CDs with them because they couldn't afford the taxes to bring them in.
Wow.
So I've sort of decided that until things kick up a few notches, I'm going to leave it alone. And I'm still conquering the U.S. So.
Well, there
I'll
are
stay
people.
here.
There are people who listen to this show around the world.
Ah, well, the beauty of the internet is that I can get around the world without actually going around the world.
Exactly.
But it's something I would just love to do at some point. So.
We'll tell you what, do another song. We'll come back for a short time, and then I'll have you go out on one more.
All right, that sounds good. I think I'm going to do, let's see, I'm going to do, I'm so torn. I'm going to do the song off my second album, which is also a live CD, so that, again, seems to be a pattern with me. And this is actually the song I broke down for the article that I wrote on lyrics, and it's a totally standard guitar tuning, nothing fancy, but I'm kind of using it in a strange way, so people usually think it's in an alternate tuning, and it's a song that started off being about actually a friend of mine who was dealing with alcoholism, and after a very short period of time, I realized I knew very little about it to be really a voice speaking for it, so the song completely changed direction, but I did keep one line from the original version, so this is called Honey. Nighttime, New Mexico, flooding summer skies. I dance to your heartbeat, pressing close to stay dry. You called me honey, spoke in lullabies, and now I tip the neck of this bottle till it's pouring out my eyes. We shaped the hollows, placed our laughter there, and now I try to replicate the tone in everyone with yellow hair. Blue dawn in Yellowstone, your breath even at my side, to be with you all over again. Again, I drive all night. You call me honey under Sweetwater skies, and now I tip the neck of this bottle till it's pouring out my eyes. We shaped the hollows, placed our laughter there, and now I try to replicate the tone in everyone with yellow. A breakdown in Montana became a picnic spot. Oh, alleyways of Laramie beside the railroad lots. A few of the Rockies stretching on and on and on and on and on. But where's my silver lining now that you are gone? New day, New Mexico. Coffee in the sun. Could I have known by that Taos mountain that you would be the one? You got me, honey. You warmed me inside, yeah. And now I tip the neck of this bottle till it's pouring out my eyes.
I remember that your story in the book there about that song. I remember that line.
Yeah,
that you talk about.
that's the original line. Yeah.
Well, you know, your songs are great, and I think personally about that book, I think Paul Simon, James Taylor, Joni Mitchell should have said, "Wow, we're in this book with Sam Shaber." I'm really impressed.
If only. Someday, someday. You're too kind, right?
I'll tell you what, why don't you give your website again?
Sure, it's samshaber.com, S-H-A-B-E-R, B as in boy.
And like over the summertime, where are some places you're going to be?
I'll be on the road the whole month of June. I'm going to be going all the way down the East Coast, Danville, Savannah, Athens, Atlanta, and then out to Kansas. I'll be in Lawrence and Wakarusa Festival out there, and then I fly to Denver, and I'm playing in Denver and Salida, Colorado.
Mm-hmm.
Lovely, scenic, tiny little Salida. And then where am I going? Omaha, St. Paul, Minnesota, and Raleigh, North Carolina, and then back home.
Okay.
And that's in 2.5 weeks.
Wow.
It's like 18 gigs in 16 days or something like that. We'll see. I won't sound very good by the end, but.
Well, Sam, thank you very much for coming on Fiddles
Thank
and
you.
Frets. And we're going to end up with a song.
Yeah, I'm gonna leave with this song. This is the first song on my third album, and the CD is called 80 Numbered Streets, and it's produced by Sean Mullins. And this is the first song on there. I wrote this for my parents. It's sort of a little thank you card, and it's named after the building I grew up in New York. So it's called El Dorado. Again, I'm squinting. My demons are back, and they're so convincing. The world could end if I don't keep up my pace. And you're so patient. You're always open, but never vacant. You clear a path so I can feel the space. Like a light through the black, like a strong hand on my back, like a cool river flows, like a break against the cold, like the value of gold. El Dorado, El Dorado, El Dorado. And it's kind of silly how something as big as New York City can be invisible when you're staring at your feet. And it's kind of scary how much you mean, and yet how rarely I say I love you when we speak. Like a light through the black, like a strong hand on my back, like a cool river flows, like a break against the cold, like the value of gold. El Dorado, El Dorado, El Dorado. I'm proud in my face to carry a trace of you, your song in my voice. And more than a name, you have given me a frame on which to build any house of my choice. Like a light through the black, like a strong hand, like a cool river flows, like a break against the cold, like the what you mean, and yet how rarely I say I love you when we speak.